Welcome back. We got 9696 as our code for the wedding. I think last time we left off, I mean, of course we got the wedding invitation that night, but we went to the broken tractor, the shrine, try to make sure everything was left. Now we're gonna go to the wedding, and deal with that situation. I need to upgrade my workshop to craft this. Oh, I think I have enough stuff. I think I have enough stuff. I could bring like backups. Bandage backups. The bottles. Because we're going to be fighting enemies, so I want to make sure. Oh, that's why we have space there. Because we want the lantern. Anyway. And the reason why we make the lantern in the middle is so... Oh, I can't scroll past. Damn. I was gonna say, so if I scroll up on my mouse wheel, I can get access to, what's it called? Plot 6 quickly, but that's not an option. Alright, we gotta go to the wedding real quick and find out. Oh hey, look, there's a crate. What's waiting for us there, even though we... I've done this enough that we already know. I could bring that with me. I think Wolfman also buys these bear traps. Let me check. Oh yeah. And the last thing I said, well, it wasn't the last thing I said, but one of the other things I said that we were going to do in the last video was that we were gonna look for that random rumble battery I dropped. It's not really that important. However, I think it would be good if I can find it so I can sell it to your boy Wolfman. I don't think it's in here. I believe we already checked that one last video. You can hear the musician. What day is it? Oh, it doesn't tell me what in-game day we're on. It doesn't tell me what in-game day we're on. Sad. I think that's the first time we heard the musician. If you heard the musician any other time, let me know. Because I've been trying to keep my ear out for that. And sell the matchsticks to him. Do I need to do that? Well, he has 200 reputation already. You could just already buy that. Why does he have 200 reputation? I can't recall. I have to sell him stuff though, so... There you go, buddy. I don't think... I could sell the Molotov cocktail. I think I should keep it though. And then we just go back to my hideout to put everything in storage, because there's going to be a lot of loot from the wedding. Also, I believe that my... what's it called? My hotbar slots are already at max, so I'm going to have to upgrade only my inventory. By the way, I feel like I still try to take this a little too stiff, I guess would be the best way to describe it. I feel like even while I'm doing these, I am putting pressure on myself but I'm not sure why. I am gonna keep doing this, don't get me wrong. But I've always had that issue with these videos and such, which is why I don't have a schedule for anything really, because I don't want to be on myself with so much pressure that I like, oh, you didn't get the video out that day, you suck. I feel like trying something more casual is what I should do. However, I don't know if I should like try to set a mood for this videos with my tone of voice or this or that. It just takes me a long time to think of. Well, I don't know. I saw this being described in a different way. I'm not sure how many of you are acutely aware of the fact that I struggle from anxiety and other mental health situations, let's just say. And I thought it would be best to set this up in a way that would be more casual. And like I've said about the pressure, it's not really like about, oh, you know, views or likes on the video. I only bring that up just because some people do get pressured from that. It's just to me how I've said it before, where I make a video more as a arts form, and I feel like mentioning that sounds pretentious, but it's practically to bring it down from me making it feeling pretentious, that it would be more as a just creating content to make content, because that's just the type of person some of us are. I'm sure if you are somebody who draws or makes videos, or there's like a ton of things you could honestly do. The reason why I paused there is because I didn't think of, I remembered an example that was shown to me on the internet that would be something that you wouldn't. Oh, actually, yeah, I think it was something that I was watching about people trying to sell clothes on a live stream, and it was described as an art form because of the fact that like they were being extremely effective with the way they were what's it called, not like displaying clothes, but it was only like one person and like an assistant. I normally let this dog live, but I don't know. I don't know it's you. I don't know why I mean, it might be the dog barking in real life that makes me not feel as chill as I should be with said doggo. Poor doggo though. Hi lady. I'm just here to get some loot. Oh yeah, I got the password. I appreciate the invitation. I'm not much of a party person. If this wasn't an online affair, I would probably never show up. Can you stop banging the table, buddy? That would be nice. Be nice of you. Oh, dude, you know something? I think I mentioned this already last video about the fact that like the doctor has a dog and it can't be that long. It can't be like longer than 20 years since this whole situation with the forest and the people getting infected has happened, since the dog was still alive. I don't know how long pigs live. I actually didn't look that up. I could do it now, but I think that would just kind of take us out of the video. However, depending on how long pigs live, since this pig is alive, And as far as we know, I mean, somebody could be here to feed the pig, considering we got a wedding invitation. How that wedding invitation got to our door, a completely different rabbit hole in terms of Darkwood lore, if you really want to look at it in a story sense. But the truth really is like they had to give you the code somehow. The developers did, so they just decided to knock and drop the paper on the floor. Hey yo, who this? New phone, who this? Door out. I could cheese this. I cheese this too much, man. Hey yo, how you doing? I hope you're enjoying yourself. Yeah, I know. Been waiting for you. Dance with me. Dance. Also, does anybody know any story that has to do with this wedding? Because I know that we've learned a large amount about the what's it called? The hideouts and the notes left behind by people. But I don't know if anybody has like deciphered any information story-wise about this location. Hey yo! Hey yo! Who's there? Come out! Come out, you coward! Come out, you coward! I have no room in my inventory. Depressing. Alright, well, I'll come back later. Hey, what's up, pig? How you doing, pig? You having a good day, pig? Pig's just having a blast, eating all the food from the wedding. Dude doesn't give two shits if it's rotted. Dude doesn't care if it got rained on already and it's soaping, it's soggy, sorry. It's soggy, the food is soggy. I'm messing up my words here. This is what I'm talking about, the whole putting anxiety and pressure on myself. Anyway, we got that done. We're gonna come back probably today in-game and get the rest of the loot. If not, we'll do what we can. I mean, technically, I don't need to take this off, because it's not like it's super bright out here with the rain. But yeah, that's the interesting thing. I don't remember any other compers speaking in any other situation. The only one I think that could possibly happen is when you go down um, the musician storyline. Hey yo, 9-volt battery? No, that's just spooky thunder, dude. Imagine if Darkwood had a lightning mechanic where there was fire spread. That would be interesting to say the least. Fire. Sir? Oh, he's that guy. I was like, sir, get away from my house. But no, he's the fire guy. Bye, dog. I'm sorry, but like, you're the one trying to bite my face off. Okay, that's signs. I went too far up control of the road. We may not have enough time to go back. We're still gonna try though. I almost got destroyed there, team. I'm sure you noticed that. I'm sure you noticed I almost just threw there. Thank goodness for the metal door. I never knew about that. I always tried to jump out of the room instead. But who would have thought there was a metal door? We're gonna sell this flashlight to Wolfman. We don't need that much stuff. Now that we're back, I might not even need the pills, but you never know. Yeah, we're gonna put the flashlight away because we're gonna go back to the wedding and see if we can bring everything. I mean, I don't think we can bring everything else back. I think our inventory is still gonna be full again. I already emptied that. But hey, at least we're gonna get a large amount of loot. See, I don't know. I have a lot to say about how people, oh hey, Dragon White, treats difficulty levels like Dark Souls and Darkwood. Dark Souls and I feel like Darkwood have a similar aspect to its difficulty, where you have to learn a lot about said game, which from what I've noticed, people don't. Oh god, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. I'm gonna try, who cares? What was I gonna say? People don't really love the joy of having to learn an entire game at times. I like it just because of the fact that I played multiple games and most of them just kind of blend in, kind of combine, kind of just become a similar genre in the end. And learning a game like Darkwood that has a lot of, maybe not new mechanics, but a lot of different aspects to the way it handles its progression is great. Can you stop trying to spook me? I definitely did that out of just like basic reaction, pressing escape with the music building up. Even though I know nothing's gonna happen. Oh, I can't go back to that other one. Stop yelling at me, ghost. Did I get everything? It seems like it. Oh, I just needed to grab the stuff from their body. Oh. I mean, at least I remembered that. I'm gonna grab my lights because I would say we're cutting it close, but that's not really true. I don't know if any of you watched another video that I was trying to make a Darkwood series into, where I mentioned that, what's it called? that I mentioned that your boy here, the stranger, the protagonist, um, always ends up telling you that they should return to their hideout like 2 or 3 hours early. Which is good, don't get me wrong, it's really good for people. That way they don't end up getting out of their house too late at night and being like, wow, that's bullshit, you know? I mean, a lot of people already feel that way about Darkwood, and that's why not everybody ends up finishing this game. But it's better that people don't feel like they're getting killed by some unfair mechanic, and they get a very early notice on when nighttime's gonna happen. That way they don't feel cheated. There's a lot of people that talk about how Darkwood could have been harder and how it should have been harder. I disagree with that statement. I feel like there's a large barrier to entry in a multitude of games. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. In fact, I support the whole, you know, thing with, what's it called? Dark Souls not having a difficulty slider and things like that. However, it is nice not to raise the bar of entry to a, what's it called, ridiculous level. I don't think Darkwood and Dark Souls are, but some games can be that. Hello, demons, I hear you outside of my house, you little shit. Come over here. Come over here. You fucking won't. You fucking coward. I got good ears, dude. I listen to all your little footsteps. There's no one else out here, but it's always good to quadruple check in case you miss some footsteps. Also, something that I wish... I hear that, by the way. Something that I wish about Darkwood and being more popular is that I would like people to look into this... what's it called? This... Bro, don't go in my house. Why would you do that? I don't, dude, Brent, miss, leave me alone. Who's in my fucking house? Who's in here? I hear you in here. Is that just the demons? Holy shit, the demons were scaring the shit out of me. I was like, how are you moving my furniture? None of my furniture is even like in a position where that should be possible. I like this because I get to see, oh, by the way, this thing's gonna break in a second. I like this because I get to see outside. Also, that creaking is just a sound effect. It doesn't mean anything. And seeing outside makes me feel safer. Not only that, it makes me feel safer considering there is a large, or maybe not that large, but there is a considerable amount of the... Why do I have a rock in my inventory? Banshee, yo, the fabled dry metal Banshee, dude. That's so gonna be a part of the iceberg. Where you at? Where you at? That's Banshee noises. I want to see you. Where's my Banshee at? Can't scare me with ghosts if I'm not in my house, game. You can't scare me with ghosts in my house if I'm not inside of it. No Banshee? Hello, Banshee? Hello? Doesn't look like it. Man, I was looking forward to that. I really do like how Darkwood is set up with the whole lamps and stuff, trying to make you feel, what's it called, dependent on the light sources and stuff like that, but you aren't. But I didn't think you're dependent on the oven not getting you killed. Is there anything else I want from here? No, not really. Bam, I did a spin, just like that Chomper, dude. Just like the bride Chomper. Bam, spin. That was not as smooth as the first time. Hey, yo. Trader, how you doing, man? How we doing? No item. Yeah, really trying to pull it. You want a pipe from Man's? Doesn't sell metal pipes all the time. That's the only downside about that. And we can make the homemade shotgun now. Especially with how much scrap metal we have, like, look at that. We got everything from, what's it called? Got everything from, brain help me, from the wedding. Oh, I'm leaving this egg behind. I need to grab all the other stuff. We got everything that we needed from the wedding. I think today is the day where we just verify that everything is okay. I'm very confident that the wedding location is completely cleared and there's nothing else there for me to worry about. Board with nails. I should repair that. That's why I was staring at it. I'm like, do I? Bam. And everything else is fine. Yeah. So we're not gonna go back to the wedding because we already checked the wedding. If you think I missed something there, or if you know I missed something there, let me know. But I'm pretty confident it's been cleared. We're gonna go straight north. Then we're gonna hug the wall. I already cleared. I think it would have been better if we just go north and then hug the left wall or the right wall. I know I already cleared the camp down. I don't know if you can see my cursor. This camp, yeah. And I know I already cleared the crop hill that doesn't really have a what's it called? A point of interest name here. I don't know why I keep feeling like there should be something here, but there's probably not gonna be anything there. I believe we cleared this. There's another set of rocks, I believe, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, I think this is the other set of rocks. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess it would be best to go north and follow the wall on the right and go south and meet up with Wolfman, and then from Wolfman go left and then go north again to try to clear that, and then, you know, come back south north and, you know, clear this area. And yeah, that's about it. We don't have to, but I want to make sure not only do we not miss any loot, I just want to make sure we don't miss any lore from the first part of the dry meadow. Because the dry meadow is a little different from Solid Forest and the Old Woods in the sense that it doesn't have any way of... Bro, you keep scaring the shit out of me. Also, we did want to come back here for this. It would be nice if we did this without the rain. Because I don't know if anybody's looked at this image too long and tried to see if there's anything in the shadows here. I will try to come back before we leave the dry meadow and check that and see if we can get any lore or any story out of it. Because I'm pretty confident no one's like stood there and stared at it too often. I could also go back to the wedding, take an extra day, go back to the wedding and search for like other indicators of story. But in reality, I don't feel like there's anything there to really tell a story or to elaborate further on how things happened in that location with we've been waiting for you and the pig eating the food that's just left there. I don't think there's actually even a mention of the ghosts besides the wedding. So I might not even like bring up the fact that there are ghosts in the wedding when they make an iceberg video for Darkwood, considering that when I'm talking about the dry metal, by the way, I'm just gonna probably add the ghosts farther down the iceberg levels. But yeah, like the ghost situation is very curious. I can't remember seeing them in any other location. Maybe I'm just not searching enough. But as I was saying before that, I feel like there isn't anything that tells a story besides the radio, the ghost, the person hitting their head on the table, and the trumpet that came through the door. I don't feel like there's any environmental storytelling features. I mean, maybe the dog in the doghouse that's waiting outside the wedding. Maybe the fact that there's a pig there and a tractor outside the back. Maybe you could think about something with the fact that they put candles out back in the forest, but that one's a stretch in my opinion. Maybe you could talk about like the type of building, because I don't know what type of building that is. It could just be a regular farmhouse that they held their wedding in, or it could just be a larger than normal house, because that's the largest house we've ever seen in Darkwood, if that's the case. However, I'm just trying to think and brainstorm ideas with you of what you could possibly say, not like you specifically, but like anyone could possibly say to explain or bring more details from the wedding in Darkwood and to the ghosts that I was talking about. But I think I interrupted myself when I started talking, and I was talking about how the dry meadow is a little different than other locations, considering the dry meadow, unlike the old woods and the solid forest, isn't a place where you are not split on the story, but like isn't the place where you will miss out on something. Not miss out, that's a strong statement. Isn't the place where you're taking choices and where your choices matter. Let's just put it that way. The dry meadow is where, like, unless you're like trying to swing at Wolfman or the Trader, it's really not a place where your choices matter whatsoever. So you don't have to worry about explaining the choices in game and what they mean to the story. Anyway, you can sell this shiny stone and this shiny stone and this flashlight. Do I even have to buy another toolbox? I mean, I don't. I could just buy a little pipe and a red egg, but I think I should buy... Oh, you know what I could do? I could buy the watch. I don't even need to get the free watch. Yo, there we go. get this stuff early on. Did not acknowledge this. Hey, Wolfman, can you stop breathing down my neck, dude? It is very uncomfortable to be next to. I'm pretty confident the top area is already cleared. But that's fine. This is rocks. This is where we found the chest. We're going to check down here real quick. Is this the 9-bolt? No, that's me. We're checking down here real quick to see if the 9-bolt is here and to see if there's any other. Oh wait, do I have gasoline on me? That's another thing. I could check with Wolfman real quick. I mean, he does have gasoline. I just don't know if I have enough reputation to buy gasoline from him. Trade. I do, because I didn't even buy the... Oh no, I don't. Do not, and I can't sell him anything right now. Alright, whatever, man. I'm gonna try to remember to come back here, just like the signs. Just like we're gonna remember to go back to the signs before we leave the Grey Meadow to see if we can decipher any other lore. I am coming back here right now to see if I like drop to anywhere. Well, not really, but we do have to come. We don't have to. I do want to come back with a full tank of gasoline and pour it in there. You have plenty of time to search. However, I do feel like, well, actually, it might not if I do a horizontal search instead of vertical. I was trying to go vertically up towards, you know, this wood pile, these rocks above the camp. However, I think it would be better if we go horizontal on our search to see if we miss out on any other points of interest or any areas on the map. That way we can make it so it's easier for us to get back to the hideout. I could have waited until the Southern Forest, I mean, to get the free watch, but I honestly rather not. I've learned a lot from my attempts at trying to do Darkwood in the what the fuck? Why did I forget the name of it? It's Lost Woods, right? Old Woods. Why did I say Lost Woods? In the Old Woods, on nightmare difficulty, and you know, living in the Old Woods every single day from then. I've learned that it's much better if I just get everything that I need as fast and as soon as I can. Because otherwise I'm probably gonna die. My playthrough's probably gonna suffer. Don't get me wrong, I've still tried, not necessarily tried, but I've still wanted to do that part where we do nightmare mode or nightmare difficulty in Darkwood and spend all that time in the Old Woods. I had that inclination from what's it called? Or no, I have the inclination to do sorry, let me clear my throat. I had the inclination to do daily Darkwood videos or daily Darkwood streams, like, you know, 365 days in Darkwood, from the whole thing with Old Woods in the nightmare difficulty from day one, because the thought would be to do 100 days in the Old Woods from like, hold on, let me double check something because my monitors did something funky. I won't be able to show you what they're doing and you won't be able to tell, but I need to make sure my recording goes fine. It seems fine. I apologize for the interruption. Sometimes one of my monitors that's not really a monitor It's more of a drawing tablet, but I got it for cheap because they didn't have the pen, nor did they have. Oh, actually, they didn't have the pen. They didn't have the disc, the software. They just didn't have the pen. And yeah, I bought it because they didn't have the pen, and it was a lot cheaper. However, sometimes that tablet not disconnects, but likes to not register my computer. So I take a minute to make sure it does. I apologize again for inconveniencing your viewership. That sounds very disingenuous. But like, I don't know, man. Words are difficult. Communicating is hard, dude. Language is a nightmare. I mean, English is difficult, let's just say it in the nicest way. Maybe difficult is the wrong word. English is silly, let's just say it in the nicest way. I don't know if many of you know about the famous sentence where you only use the word buffalo repeatedly. Why is there a circle here with the images that we see behind those are keys, but they're not 21 keys. They're just keys, so multiple keys. Besides the number 21 and keys, if you spot anything in these images that look similarly important, somewhat important, somewhat, it doesn't even have to look important, somewhat interesting or funny, I don't care. You spot anything in here that looks like any remarkable point, it would be worth your time to type about. I would appreciate you letting me know, because I can't see anything here besides, you know, the keys and the number 21. And the circles really, I don't know what these circles are about. That's the number 2, right? And it's in a circle, right? What's the purpose? And also, some of these lines aren't real. Like, some of these lines aren't on the floor. They're superimposed and they're in, like, as the hallucination. Like, if you see that circle that just disappeared that was there, telling me, and these circles too disappear. So I don't understand what the actual drawing is. It's not even that. Like, why do we see that strange stuff on the drawings? As far as I see, if you're away from there, somewhat away from there, you can tell that's the number 2 in the circle. And these are very, very weird lines. This could be similar to a map we see in one of the other logs, the notes that we get later in the game. That's the only thing I can think of, because that's the only thing that looks remotely similar to these weird line scribbles and these weird, like, triangle formations I'm try to make that are not the illusions. I don't think anybody knows, or anybody has had or come up with a way to explain. Are you making noise as well? Come up with a way to explain Oh, hey, look, we can make a shotgun. Hold on, let me drink some water. I don't think anybody's come up with a way to explain those hallucinations or illusions. Yeah, that one, illusions. Got my shotgun team. Who's ready to? What's it called? Pop off that one. Sorry for the redundancy, by the way. Like I said, this is why I didn't necessarily interrupt myself, but this is why I forgot to mention, and I kind of got nervous because my brain goes a million miles an hour. The problems with like my mental health and the whole thing about anxiety is the fact that like my brain tries to think about a ton of things and try to be like really good performance-wise and entertainment-wise. And I know that like for those of you who actually watch the entire video to the end, enjoy this and enjoy listening to how I experience the game. However, I don't know why I push myself to the extent that I do, in the sense that I have my own anxiety from the I forgot the gasoline, dude. Anyway, my own anxiety from the what's it called? Oh, this is what I was talking about. My brain going about a million hours an hour. Because while I'm doing dialogue and talking and commentating, my brain's like, "You're going down this road to go down to this location, and you forgot to bring something, but you don't know what it is, but you're still gonna keep walking forward." And then, you know, I remembered it was the gasoline to check what was down there. Alright, anyway, yeah. Next video, we're going to go down to where that is. And by that I mean, obviously, the... Why do I still have an egg here? The... What's it called? Oh, the egg goes here. The gasoline, and fill it up. Well, that's not what I meant to do. And see if there's any more lords of Cypher from there. We searched the entire dry meadow. I'm pretty confident we have. If you want to let me know that I haven't, please do. Oh, also, there's a thing I haven't mentioned that I do want to mention. So, for those of you who may have, I don't know how many of you are watching, you know, all my Let's Plays and all my videos. For those of you who may have watched the Minecraft one and this one, I brought up how I want to make these Let's Plays like old YouTube. However, one thing about old YouTube that I kind of dislike is the fact that YouTubers used to make their videos like way ahead of time, and they used to like poop out fucking videos daily, and they were maybe not 1 hour, some were, but some were like 30 minutes, some were 15, some were 10, this and that, of Let's Plays. And I just didn't like the fact that like people were uploading videos that fast and they weren't in line with what people are watching. Like, I don't know how you feel about that situation. I only know because of my experience with, you know, YouTube and how I watch videos. However, I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh no, I was supposed to do that. But I think it's a lot more fun as somebody watching somebody play through something, especially a Let's Play. If you know you are at the same point I am, and I'm not like replying to your comment or talking to people in whatever social media about Darkwood and my videos and the Let's Plays, like what's it called, 10 or 20 videos down from what you're watching, because I already have the upload schedule set up. Like, that's also a one of the 50 billion reasons why I don't have another schedule is because if I did, I can set it up to have the videos early, right? And this really sounds like an excuse to me, but like I hope people don't feel like I'm trying to make excuses about not having, you know, content daily and stuff like that. But like, I genuinely don't want to be separated, I guess would be a good way to say, from you watching the video if I just keep uploading things ahead of time that are completely not irrelevant but are completely in a different time frame from what I'm living. It's just, I don't know, I don't remember the term that people say for what, like, whoa, I forget about that static effect too. For what people say the relationship between like content creators and people viewing a channel is, that are like negative connotations. But whatever the word for that is, I'm sure I'll look it up after I'm done doing this video of the Let's Play. Oh my, sir, please, thank you. It's true, well, not negatively wise, it's not true with the relationship between, you know, a viewer and somebody making videos, but like people do feel that way with the person they choose to, I guess, tune into. Feels very separated from me and you, but the people that they choose to spend their time with after, you know, work, school, college, anything, you know, after housework, after dealing with children, after dealing with pets, I don't know, anything, after driving, I don't know, anything. I just, like I said, people do feel that connection with people making videos and making content, and I prefer to have this done and shown to you on the day that it's done for me, so we can have that connection. And I feel like closeness is me going too far and stretching things a little too much, but like, so the fact that, you know, I'm not just here to like throw things at your face and hope you comment and like them because I want this as a job. I'd rather you be here with me in the video, and not necessarily in the moment, because obviously this is a different moment for me and you, but in the sense where like you're watching this Let's Play and these videos as I'm doing, you know, the game, as I'm going through the said game. I feel like that's a better connection than me throwing these videos out every single day and having the entire month, 30 days full of Darkwood already ready, but I'm already like recording some other stuff for the next like 3 months that you won't know about, and I won't be able to, you know, relate to you with, because you're watching it at a completely different time frame than I do. And that still happens, with the sense that like videos pop off in the future and some people become new viewers, in the sense like you, and then you end up, you know, I ended up pushing myself with too much anxiety, and now I forgot completely what I was talking about. I am sorry. Anyway, morning is coming, and there are no enemies here at all. Like, I can do another round outside of my house, but there's no enemies here, so... Oh, hi. Demons? Oh wait, that's the Banshee! The Banshee's not making sounds? Yo, that's wild. Hello? That's the dry metal Banshee. I wonder. This just raises a lot of questions for me, but that is a good place to end the video for sure. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next Thursday. I'll try. I'll really try. These videos are supposed to be, or at least the Darkwood Let's Plays are supposed to be out every Thursday. Anyway, see you next time. Thanks again, and goodbye.